most parents would agree that once you become a parent, everything changes, including a very important part of you.
Yeah, true. You know, often you think that once you hit a certain age, your body stops growing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that is not the case. There is a part of your body that grows quite a bit once you become a parent.
Thumbs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
that's
Okay.
it. See if you guess what it was.
It's the third biggest time your brain grows in your life. And then after that, it's all downhill.
What do we mean the brain grows?
In brain scans. What we think is the reason is that you care so much that you are more likely to quit smoking. You're more likely to quit drinking. You're more likely to do the things that you've been meaning to do because you care so much. And it's interesting because people say mom brain a lot, like, oh, I just had a baby. I'm I can't think about anything. I'm out of it, or I can't find my car keys. Mom brain or dad brain or whatever it is actually you're reallocating the resources of your brain to things that matter more. Like, I don't care where my keys are. I'm keeping a human alive.
Oh, she's speaking to my heart. So that's Dr. Aliza Pressman. She's a developmental psychologist and author of Principles of Parenting. And she goes on to say, like, your brain is not shrinking.
Yeah.
You're actually getting smarter once you become a parent.
Well, that's mind-blowing, and I wish I felt like I was getting smarter. I just feel tired. That's sort of mostly how I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it's a lack of sleep, right?
Yeah.
And it feels as though you just forget things, and that makes sense because if you're not sleeping, I feel as though that your brain is not working correctly. Right. But maybe that's not the case because I find myself oftentimes walking into a room and forgetting why I was even there. But like she said, you are keeping a human alive.
Yeah.
And so I find, and I don't know if this is the case for you, Boaz, that when I first had Logan, my brain just went into this mode where I was thinking of every possible thing that could go wrong. I mean, it got really out of control.
Right.
I remember we were taking a walk at Point State Park one time, and all I could envision was Logan floating off into the river. It was just wild, right? And I don't want to think negative things, but I was thinking in my head, what would I do if that happened?
Gosh, yeah.
So I have no time to think about just the mundane, everyday things because I'm thinking about his safety.
Well, it is interesting that it's also, I forget all the things she said, but you're most likely to quit smoking or do other things, which is so interesting because it does, I feel like, well, I'm still in the thick of it, so maybe in another few months I'll be able to look back and be like, wow, I got a lot better at math during that period of time or something.
Maybe, I mean, I just think you're so invested in that child, and there's just so much love. You want to do whatever you can on your part, and especially habits like that maybe you've been trying to quit, or you're just like, all right, if this will keep my health in good shape, if that's what I decided to do and that's what I've been wanting to do, then maybe this is the time to do it.
Right.
They motivate you.
Right.
Yeah. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Good study.
Okay, good to know. My brain's growing right now, folks. Watch it grow.
Bigger.